This is the one video to rule it all. We're going to talk about the best releases I've tested this year for ANC, calls, and sound quality. And I recommend you to stick around because there might be some bonus categories at the end. So what are we waiting for, right? Let's get started right now. Selamat pagi. Good morning everyone, Kenneth here. Welcome to my customary end of year recommendations video. Now, each earbuds mentioned here will have their own unique traits, so I'm sure you'll get one that gets your attention, and you can find the full reviews linked in description if I have made them. Also, don't forget to use the affiliate link so I can keep giving you these honest reviews, which I thank you very much for that. And an important note before we start, I want you to know that if I don't mention a specific brand, there's a huge chance that I haven't tried them yet. Not because I didn't like them. Because as you know, there are just way too many earbuds out there. I try to cover as much as I can, but I'm still a mere mortal. And to be honest, a lot of releases are late in my country anyway, so I couldn't get them unless they get in touch. But still, hopefully this video can help you narrow down the options, and very soon there will be a lot of sweet discounts happening, so hopefully you'll get a good deal and a good time. So let's get started with the first half. Here are my best earbuds with active noise cancellation. And since a lot of these have great microphone quality as well, we're going to tackle the call category at the same time. So starting off with the cheapest one, here we have the Redmi Buds 3 Pro. I don't think this needs any introduction. The one that I have here is the ComfoBuds, but it's pretty much the same thing. Without discount, it's already around 40 bucks, but it has everything. Great build quality, check. Every feature you could ask, from ANC, transparency, wear detection, wireless charging, even multi-point connection, check. Admittedly, sound quality is just okay here. Even the ANC and transparency is nothing above its price. It's alright, but as a package, this is a terrific deal. Now, I am aware that there is a new Redmi Buds 4 which is similar to this in both price and features, so you could consider that. Or if you're okay with spending $20 more, there's the Redmi Buds 4 Pro, which is supposed to have better ANC and hopefully upgraded sound and transparency mode as well. I haven't tried any of those, so I cannot say much, but I have tested the Buds 3 Pro, which is a great deal even today. Now, moving up the ladder, we have another earbuds that need no introduction. This is the one more ComfoBuds Pro. There's one important thing to know before buying this. So there are two versions out there, black and blue. And I recommend getting the blue version. That's because with the blue color, one more added different EQ presets to choose in the app. And options are always better than nothing. Because for some reason, the black version is stuck on the default tuning that's mid-focus, which might take a while to get used to, or you may just straight up don't like it at all. I'm personally okay with it, just the controls are not the best out there. You have to activate ANC every time you take the earbuds out of the case. But speaking of which, ANC is great on this thing, but where it really shines is the microphone quality and transparency mode. This is quite literally one of the best in the market. I've done tons of comparison videos testing the microphone, even compared to the king of microphone at that time, the Elevoc Clear. And so whether it's wind blowing directly at you or you're talking in a busy street, you can rest assured that your voice gets through clearly. And also, transparency mode sounds so natural. The only thing above it is the AirPods Pro because it has better pressure venting. To top it all off, the best thing about it is, if last year the price here is around $100 and all these features are considered great, now you can buy it for around 50 to 60 bucks. And with discounts, who knows how low it could get. So that's an amazing value that deserves another spot in this year's recommendation. And let me know how good of a deal you get your ComfoBuds Pro down in the comments below. Okay, now let's talk about something new. This is the latest release from Edifier that I'm super excited about, but not the name because it's like W240TN. But it's the first time in a good while that I've seen any earbuds has any physical button. You heard that right. This has the good old tactile physical button. Not only that, the ANC transparency is good, battery life is good, the LED design on the case takes a note from the NUARL Pro, which looks super cool, and with the Edifier app you can customize the levels of transparency and most importantly create your own custom EQ, which makes this sound amazing. I'll share my EQ for you to try here, but there's one more thing that took me by surprise. This could be the only earbuds without stem that has really good microphone quality for phone calls. You can hear it in action on my last video where I test 20 plus different earbuds on the street, and my goodness, it came up to be one of the winners in that test. So this might be a bit more expensive than ComfoBuds Pro at $80, but you know you're getting your money's worth here. Okay, moving on to the premium option now. Here we have the latest release from Soundcore, the Liberty 4. At the time of recording, this costs $150, but that's retail price, so it will only go down on sales. Features wise, this has everything the wireless world has to offer, from ANC, transparency, multi-point connection or LDAC support. It also has surprisingly long playtime for something this small, and taking note from the AirPods Pro, it's got a pinch type control as well as head tracking spatial audio mode. That's a heap ton of features, and yet Soundcore still managed to cram in one more crazy feature: an in-ear heart rate sensor. Now, this works whenever you're wearing the earbuds. You can view your heart rate in real time through the app. It can calculate stress levels as well as guide you through exercises. Now, supposedly the advantage to this is a more accurate heart rate tracking because there's less sweating compared to the wrist. But here's the problem. Since the dawn of time, earbuds with heart rate monitoring has been a niche feature at best. This form factor has limited battery and no one would use it 24/7 even if it could. So its usefulness depends on you, whether you listen to music while running or not. But still, disregarding all that, the Liberty 4 is still a great pair of earbuds. For example, the microphone is another one of the best in the market. I'll link the mic test down below, just like the Edifier, it's the same video. And also the dual dynamic drivers here sound spacious and detailed while still delivering that bass thump you'd expect from a Soundcore. And it still has one of the best software support out there. You could tweak almost anything. The control scheme is customizable whether you're only using one side or both sides. The only thing you need to know is there's no hold gesture for the controls. So you have to move things around if you want to add volume control like this. And perhaps the most important thing of all is the ANC is not groundbreaking, but it's still pretty good. Generally, it's similar to last year's Soundcore Liberty 3 Pro. Only this time, there's no wind noise reduction toggle because everything happens automatically. My only gripe would be the strong setting that leaves more high frequency noise than Liberty 3 Pro, but the medium setting is good enough, so I recommend using that instead. And this is not unusual too, since in the past, I've done the same thing with the one more ComfoBuds Pro or the Edifier NUARL Pro. For some reason, they do that. Okay, now it's time for the best ANC earbuds this year, and the one who takes the crown is something I totally didn't expect. This is the new AirPods Pro 2. It's an upgrade from the original in every possible way. It dethrones the Sony XM4s from the best ANC spot, and trust me, overall, this is one of the best true wireless earbuds to buy, even if you don't use Apple devices. I'm serious. I've gone through everything in my full review that got so in-depth it became almost half an hour long, but basically you get the much needed sound quality upgrade, which means now you can hear the subtle details effortlessly and at the same time reach deeper into the sub bass. It is more punchy, it is more dynamic, and also you get the new, more efficient H2 chip which brings longer playtime, much stronger ANC that achieves Sony level of noise cancellation without foam tips, which is much more comfortable to wear, and also much better call quality, bringing it up with the best of the best, something the Sony actually sucks at. Also, you get some new and real nice features like swiping for volume control, water resistance for the case, and my favorite is the case speakers, so you can know if your earbuds is paired, charging, or if it's lost somewhere, you can find it easily. Oh, and I'm not complaining about the lack of multi-point here, because to switch devices, you only need to tap on the device you want. The earbud will disconnect from the first device, connect automatically to the second one. So that's everything from my ANC recommendations that also doubles as the best for calls. With that said, I have a few more best for calls recommendations, and these are half-in-ears, which means they're meant not to block your surrounding noise, so working and talking with these are going to feel natural. Firstly, we have the Soundpeats Air3. This is the successor to last year's excellent True Air 2, which I still recommend today, especially if you're looking for something real affordable with good quality. Now, the new Air 3 improves on the sound quality further, extending the lower end reach, so it sounds fuller, and also the overall size is slightly more pocketable now. But most importantly, the microphone quality is great. Add to that the half-in-ear advantage of not blocking your surrounding noise. It instantly makes this the perfect choice for online calls, meetings and stuff like that, and it also has superb gaming mode, which makes it a great choice for latency sensitive applications. Also, did I mention that it has volume controls as well? Honestly, this is just a great AirPods alternative that I can easily recommend to everyone. And if you want a bigger battery backup, there's a model called Air3 Deluxe here, which I'll link down below. Now, as an alternative, if you'd like something similar to the Air 3 but with better build quality, I recommend the FIIL CC Nano. This is the smaller successor to the FIIL CC2, which inherits this amazing aluminum case without any lid. So all you have to do is to push the earbuds out like this, and the magnets are very strong in case you're wondering. And also, if you charge it, the FIIL logo glows softly. That's just amazing. And not only the looks, it feels amazing too. But yeah, this comes at the cost of price, which is a bit higher than the Soundpeats, but you're actually paying more for the improved mic quality as well, because these have AI noise cancellation, which blocks surrounding noise better than the Soundpeats. But again, I've tested all these microphones in my mic test video along with the Edifier and Liberty 4, so you can hear the difference by yourself. I'll link them down below. We've gone through all of my best ANC and Call earbuds. Do hit the thumbs up if this has been useful, and make sure to subscribe to not miss any future tech and audio reviews. And in any case, let's get into the second half of the video and talk about my 5 top earbuds made specifically for sound quality. Starting off with the cheapest one, this is my go-to recommendation this year, the Haylou W1. Now, this earbuds needs no introduction. It's got a dynamic and noise balanced armature combo in a very affordable price point, and the result is much better clarity and soundstage compared to other $30 earbuds. You can check out my full review and comparison, I'll link it down below. Probably the only potential downside here is the volume that's not super loud, but for most people it should be enough. Definitely enough for me, even though it's at 70%-ish. And the microphone is also pretty nice, but most importantly, the sound is well balanced. I recommend it if you listen to rock, pop, jazz, things like that that focus on vocals and details. Now, as an alternative, if you need more bass, you listen to a lot of EDM songs, the EarFun Free Mini might be a good choice. This has more lower end boost and less treble emphasis, still not what I can call a completely bass heavy earbuds, but the low end boom is more satisfying than the Haylou. And what's better is it's got IPX7 waterproofing, so you have a complete peace of mind, and it also has volume controls on single tap. The Haylou doesn't have it. Okay, now we're gonna raise the price point quite a lot now, but we're finally talking about some of the best sound quality in the true wireless world. So what I recommend first is the Moondrop Sparks. If you don't know Moondrop, they make some real nice IEMs, as I mentioned before. The Moondrop Aria that cost $80 already sounds nicer than both the Sony or the AirPods or any wireless earbuds can get. But getting back to the topic here, the Sparks is like the wireless version of Aria. Of course, it's lesser in terms of detail and technicality, but it retains the well-balanced tuning across the frequency. So you can throw any genre and it will sound nice. And not to forget, where it really shines is the wide sound staging. Again, check out my full review for the details, but there's a reason why I kept mine until now. I love the translucent case aesthetic. The fall leather case, which is an extra $5, feels nice, and also the battery lasts very long. Finally, to support this sound focused design, you can use any type of third-party ear tips that fits you best, and it will fit in the case and charge just fine as long as it's not a double or triple flange. Now, there's another one that I absolutely love but never got the chance to review. This is called Tanchjim ECHO. Just like the Moondrop, this company makes some real nice sounding IEMs, and now they're putting that expertise into making wireless earbuds. The result is something simply amazing. It offers a completely different sound signature than the Sparks, and I would describe it as pure. Now, I know this totally makes no sense, but a big part of it is because the packaging is white, the case, the earbuds, everything is white with a shade of gray, even the LED is warm white, so it's like pure and innocent. But the one that really nails the word pure is the sound quality. It's tuned so that any song you listen to will feel like they've been set free. Nothing is holding back the trebles. It opens up and extends very nicely. They're crisp and clear, not the piercing kind. It's truly the manifestation of the word airy itself. Now, comparing this to the Sparks, they both have different approach to, the tuning. If Sparks aims to make any song sound well balanced, the Echo is bringing a version that's lighter on bass, more focused on the mids, bringing vocals to the front, and topped off with a very light and airy feeling treble. Although as a result, it has a slightly smaller soundstage than the Sparks. But speaking of detail, they're about the same between the two, which is saying they're some of the nicest in the wireless world. And at the end of the day, it really depends on you, what type of music you're listening to, and what is your sound preference. Just know that both Moondrop Sparks and Tanchjim ECHO are very music specialized earbuds. While the Moondrop has a simple app support to change EQs and controls, you don't have things like ANC, transparency, not even volume control. But if you're okay with that, believe me, listening to music here is such a joy. Nonetheless, let's say you have the budget to spend and you want the ultimate sound quality earbuds. I've been wanting to share this for a while now. I hugely recommend this NUARL N6 Pro2. We'll talk about the sound quality in a bit, but features wise, this has the same QCC3040 chip as Moondrop or Tanchjim, but this offers more features such as gaming mode, ambient sound mode, and my favorite is multi-point connection. You control all that in the N6 Connect app, which is very straightforward, so much so there's only 2 EQ settings, default and flat, but I'm not complaining because they both sound great, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And finally, you can also change what the button controls do, and you hear that right. These are the second one in this list that has physical button control. And not only that, the layout are complete 3-button setup. So no matter if you only use 1 or 2 earbuds, you always have everything under control. Perhaps the only limitation to this is the quality of ambient mode that is not as good as any normal ambient mode, but it still works. You can still hear your surroundings a little bit, but you don't want to keep it on all the time. I'll talk about it more in a full review. And also, the size of the earbuds is actually quite big. But that's all is in the name of sound quality. And so let's talk about why this is so great. So firstly, let's talk about the default EQ. It sounds like all the good characters of Moondrop and Tanchjim are combined together into one. So that means you get the detailed and bright treble of Tanchjim, not as airy but it's still going there, while also driving powerful bass response and fuller mids like the Moondrop. This is already a great sound for almost anything, but there's an option to set the EQ as flat, which took the 180-degree turn and toned down the treble. Push the lower mids up while keeping the same punchy bass response. This reveals the nuances of supporting instruments and brings them to spotlight together with the vocals. Basically, they're both very well-tuned sound presets, and what I love is this is not like, oh, we have 16, 20, 50 different presets that you'll never use, but more like, here's 2 ways to enjoy our earbuds. And there's beauty in simplicity. They just work. And for the price of 150 bucks, I do feel it's well worth it. It's a company based in Japan, which is a fresh change of pace, and why we can see the approach is different. And also, did I mention that it looks amazing too? This like Bordeaux color or something. And so yeah, NUARL N6 Pro2. huge thumbs up. Okay, if you're still around, let's talk about the bonus earbuds I promised and start off with the best for gaming. I used to recommend the Redmi Buds 3 Lite on my under 30 recommendations, but it was a little compromise because the latency goes up to the 200 milliseconds mark. Now, I've reviewed something that has similar sound quality, similar build, it has earphones as well, only that the gaming mode now reaches 150 milliseconds. This is the Haylou GT1 2022. If you ask me, can I tell the difference between 150 and 200 milliseconds? Of course I can't. But one thing I know for sure is if we're playing competitive games like COD Mobile or PUBG, we'll want all the milliseconds we can get. And as a bonus point, the Haylou is less harsh on the treble than the Redmi 2. So even though the sound quality is still, you know, this is sub $20 earbuds, so it's okay. But yeah, it's a pretty good value for the price. Anyway, last but not least, this is the best for sports, which also happens to be the best for bass earbuds. This is the Soundcore Sport X10. It's super compact for an ear hook design earbuds. If you know, the PowerBeats Pro case is literally the size of my hand because the ear hooks here is made to be collapsible. Sound quality wise, man, this really moves your eardrums, which I enjoy a lot, and it does so without the loss of quality on other frequencies. It does ANC in transparency mode as well. The microphone blocks street noise quite nicely, and it has a physical button and full IPX7 waterproofing. But the best thing of all is the Soundcore app. Again, you can customize everything. If you're interested, do check out my full review for the custom EQ that I recommend. And basically, sports or not, this is a killer bass earbuds. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the recommendations. These are the earbuds that I've personally tested and found them to stand out this year. But do let me know what you want me to check out next. And lastly, I hope this video helps. Again, help me support the channel by clicking through the affiliate links down below. You can buy anything through it. It doesn't have to be these True Wireless earbuds, and I'll get a small commission at no extra cost to you. And also follow me on social media for more updates, and thank you so much for watching. I'm Kenneth, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.